on. Tonight is a very special and very unique night. It's something all of us as music educators and hopefully you as community members, parents are very proud of. It's a time when all the students in our middle schools, our high schools, all come together and share a common passion for making music, to support each other, and to enjoy what they like doing. There's a lot of kids on these stages, and when we look at jazz as an important American institution, April is Jazz Month, we understand how important it is, with jazz being an American original, to educate our students and introduce our students to this type of music. Now, years ago, we used to call this the District Jazz Festival because it was schools in the district. We changed the name to the All Wayne Jazz Festival when, through the kind efforts of Dr. David Dempsey and the William Patterson Jazz Orchestra, they chose to join us at the end of this festival for the last couple of years, and it truly makes it a community event, which we're very proud of. There'll be a lot of students often on the stage today. Feel free to clap whenever you'd like. Different than some other types of concerts, that's very appropriate. Clap anytime there's a soloist. Enjoy yourself. You'll notice one of the best things about tonight is the way our directors and our students support each other, and we're very, very proud of that. So without further ado, we'd like to turn the program over to Mr. Krista Wild and the Schuyler Colfax Jazz Band.
Good. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. Our opener, probably read your program, but if you didn't, I'm going to tell you anyway. Crazy Train was our opener. Second tune was I Got Rhythm. Soloist quick on that tune. First solo trumpet, right? Is Jansen Rogowski back there? Second out, the alto solo, Miranda Diaz. And Jake Lefkowitz on guitar. Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. Big thanks to all the other directors, because, being one of them is a huge undertaking to get everything prepared. So we thank you, parents, and everybody else. It's a great night to see this great of a crowd and all these kids out here. Please make sure next week, too, that we do get out and, support the budget vote, so we keep stuff like this in the schools and, everybody able to hear such a great bunch of kids now and throughout the whole night. So please get out next week and vote on Tuesday. Our last two selections, the next one is Take the A Train. You've probably heard that a couple times before. Then our closer is called Play That Funky Music. So we hope you enjoy it, and again, thank you. Really quick soloist on that one, Nick Palatucci back there in the trumpets.
Okay, ladies and whoa, Matthew. This one can stay on, Matt. It's switched. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Appreciate your patience. In front of you now is the Anthony Wayne Middle School Jazz Band under the direction of Mrs. Jeanette Foslicato.
Hi. Oh, hello. Hi. Thank you so much. I'm a little tiny and I don't know how to use the mic. There we go. Thank you so much. I would like again to thank Lindsay Wormel, tenor sax, solo. Thank you again to Mr. Paterno for setting this all up and for all the directors that are participating in the All Wayne Jazz Festival. It's a great opportunity to come out and support our students and jazz as well. Our next piece is a really different piece. It's based off of a famous jazz arrangement called Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. You might have heard of an old movie as well as a cartoon. So it's a bit comical and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. Our last piece for the evening is one that you'll probably be very familiar with. It's called Children of Sanchez, and it features 3 soloists, Nick Carlasio on trumpet, Jean Hernandez on trumpet, and Youngton Yang on the euphonium.
The Anthony Wayne Middle School Jazz Band. As we're switching bands, quickly, thank you to all the members of our administration who are here with us tonight. We really appreciate that as well. I always like to say this. It's one of the things that's most fun to watch about this, especially with two small children, is how all these guys have learned to get off, follow directions, do whatever needs to be done to move quickly. So much so that we're actually running a little bit ahead of schedule, which is nice. But it's something that I'm sure they do at home for you just as well. You're laughing. Okay. And it's wonderful when I went into the rooms and I said, just please make sure you leave the room clean. They said, we'll leave it just like home. So I'm very confident about that. We'll be back 1 second with George Washington Middle School. Ladies and gentlemen, the George Washington Middle School Jazz Band under the direction of Mr. Nick Vigiletti.
Soloist on that was Kevin O'Donnell. And Andrew, right? Andrew Scott. Our next song is Superstition by Stevie Wonder. Soloists on that, Matt Park on the alto sax, and Danny McGrady on trumpet. Before we play our last tune, I also want to say thank you to Matt Paterno for hosting us and having all the bands here tonight. This is easily one of the most fun concerts to do throughout the year, and we really enjoy it and look forward to doing that every year. Thank you to Krista Wild for doing the program tonight and getting all of that organized. Thank you again to all of you, like Mr. DeWild said back in the beginning, for supporting the music program in the Wayne Public Schools and for all of the work that your children do. You like what you heard so far? Kids doing well, right? Our last song is Killer on the Keys, and it's going to feature our 8th grade piano player, Alex Yu. And it's also going to be led by our bass player, who's going to come up and lead the band on this song and do an alto sax solo. So I'm going to step out of the way and go fill in on his part while he does my job. It's Justin Plunkett.
George Washington Middle School Jazz Ensemble.
Thank you very much. Also on that was Kevin O'Donnell on trumpet, Andrew Scott on tenor sax, Kevin Shen on trombone, and Matt Park again on alto sax. Again, Alex Yu on piano. And Justin. Thank you very much.
What would you like to vibe to?
I'd over right here on back.
Are you ready, Mr. Christie? Ladies and gentlemen, the Wayne Valley Jazz Ensemble under the direction of Mr. Nick Greason.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That is our newest ensemble, the Take 5 Saxophone Quintet. And that featured all 5 of them, but soloists Peter Fox and Zachary Blakefetter. And now the Wayne Valley High School Jazz Ensemble. very much. That was the classic standard Sweet Georgia Brown that featured Michael Sheptock on the piano, Aaron Rodriguez on the tenor saxophone, and Joel Carsafar on the tenor saxophone. The next tune we're going to play is going to feature our lead alto saxophone player, Miss Tanya Maheshwari, and the tune is entitled Ballad for the Duke.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And also featuring on that tune, Mike Sheptock and Janine Vanny Kirk on the baritone saxophone. This next piece of music really needs no introduction. The first few bars really just speak for itself. Thank you very much. Wayne Valley High School Jazz Ensemble have featured Mr. Dan Giannone and Mr. Samir Beskiza in the drum battle.
The Wayne Valley High School Jazz Ensemble. Thank you very much.
Our next group up this evening is the Wayne Hills High School Jazz Ensemble under the direction of Mr. Matthew Paterno.
da 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 da, whoa 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 whoa, and da 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 hey hey.
Real quickly on solos there, we had Urvashi Banerjee, Travis Brazel, Tanoy Mandel, and Eddie Essie on the vocal. Now our next tune features our pianist. She's been with us for 4 years, Elaine Markovich. Now if you know Elaine Markovich, you know she's a very nice, quiet, very smart, very intelligent, very calm young woman. But we decided this piece really fit her because she is definitely a killer on the key. Okay. On the piano, Eddie Essie on the tenor sax, Billy Yale on the trombone, and Steve Albanese on the soprano saxophone. Now for our next piece, if you'd like to use the aisles, feel free. We'd like to slow it down just a little bit. Very famous tune in the style of Count Basie entitled Shiny Stockings. I didn't wear mine, but you're probably happy about that. But it's a lot different type of tune. It was one of those that was made famous in the old dance halls. It's your Shiny Stockings. Our last tune for the evening is a tune with kind of a 70s flair. And when I said to the students, I said, hey, we'll do a tune this year with a 70s flair. They said, what are the 70s? But you probably remember the 70s. I just about remember the 70s. I'm lying. I remember the 70s completely. I have baseball trophies older than most of these people from the 70s. It's called Off the Hook. A little bit different type of tune, but we think you'll enjoy it. Soloists. Sorry, we'll get to it at the end. Anybody out there remember Starsky and Hutch? Right? I said Starsky and Hutch, and they're like, what? Hey. Troy Mandel, Eddie Essie on the tenors. Mike Harris on the bass. I'm forgetting someone, I'm sorry. Steve Albanese on the soprano. Thank you very much. Buenos High School Jazz Band. Folks, if you give us just 3 or 4 minutes, we'll be back with our special guest, the William Patterson Jazz Orchestra under the direction of Dr. David Dempsey. Just a few seconds, please. We're very lucky in this community not to have very supportive people, not only to have very supportive people within our community, within our schools, who support our music program, who support the development of our students musically, educationally, but we're also lucky to have some resources very close by in William Patterson University, Dr. David Dempsey, the William Patterson Jazz Orchestra, who not only come here tonight just to perform for us, thank you very much, but they've regularly, in almost all of our schools, in fact, I think in all of our schools that perform tonight, they've come in and done clinics and helped out and given us ideas and provided inspiration. So we're very lucky that we have not only a world-famous jazz department right down the road, but also world-famous and world-acknowledged educators. So we thank you very much for being here tonight. I turn the program over to Dr. David Dempsey and the William Patterson Jazz Orchestra.
Thank you very much. It's wonderful to be here. And we will start things off to let you know, in the spirit of sort of jazz as a living art form, this is something from the Thad Jones Archive, which resides on our campus. Thad Jones was our original founding director, legendary arranger, trumpeter, and we have about 70 of his pencil scores, unpublished scores, and this is something that he wrote for Count Basie in 1958. And Basie actually never recorded it, so it doesn't get heard very often, but you'll hear it now. It kind of features a little bit of a sparring match between the 3 sections, the trumpets and the saxes and the trombones, and in that kind of boxing spirit, the title is Counterblock by Thad Jones. And for those of you jazz fans out there, this is based on George Gershwin's I Got Rhythm. Same chords, different melody. So here we go, Thad Jones, Counterblock. Thank you. Mr. Nate Giroux on tenor saxophone. And Mr. Billy Test on piano, playing the role of Count Basie on that. Well, even more immediate in the spirit of jazz being a living thing where we are, William Patterson, the composer, and in the last case, arranger of the next two pieces, was with us all day today. We're performing a concert with her a week from tomorrow night on the 23rd? 23rd, is that right? Friday, the 23rd. I should have this date, I suppose, since I am in charge of it. Is that right? Friday the 23rd, right. Wow, it's going too fast. So, and Maria Schneider spent the day, had a 3-hour rehearsal with this band, and then met with the students, and she is really an amazing individual. She is, first of all, as a female, to be a female band leader is an amazing accomplishment. There are very few role models for that, and she's made a lot of history. The most recent being that she is the first musician to win a Grammy Award without ever having a CD in the record stores. It was sold only online. And a lot of people say that she changed, well, yeah, how about, yeah, what you're basically saying is 3 cheers for the end of the record industry, which is, as you know, there are no record stores out there anymore, and she was one of the first people to say, we don't need all this royalty stuff, I'll just take it all myself, thank you. It's my music, I'll make the sale. So she's an amazing lady, and you will really enjoy the concert on the 23rd if you can come. We will now give you a preview of 2 of those pieces. The first is an incredible piece written in the style of the Brazilian choro dance. And it will feature Fraser Campbell from Perth, Scotland on saxophone. And it also features Kate Victor in a sort of the voice is included here not as a featured vocal, but as an instrument in the band. So we hope you enjoy this Choro Dançado by Maria Schneider. Fraser Campbell, Billy Test on piano too. Thank you. And now we'll finish this off with Maria's own arrangement of a classic standard tune, That Old Black Magic. And Fraser gets to play on this again. He paid extra, so he gets a lot of solos tonight. That Old Black Magic. And once again, thank you. It's been wonderful to be here. What Mr. Paterno did not mention is not only do I teach on the faculty of William Patterson, and so does my wife, Karen Dempsey, but we're Wayne Hill's band parents as well, former. So, and there's another connection. We have a Wayne Valley alum who went and got her bachelor's in music ed and jazz at Rutgers and is now with us as a master's student. Stand up and take a bow, Andrea Ganella. So many Wayne connections continue here, and for that reason, it's especially great to be here. And just before we play this tune, a thank you, because I know how much support it takes to be a band parent. Thank you to the bands. It was really great to hear all of you tonight. They sounded fabulous. How about a hand? How about us give them a hand? Really great. Really great to hear you all. It's great to hear everybody's progress. I'm getting to know some of the students as they come up through middle school and high school, so that's fantastic. And thank you, too, to the band parents. I know how much support it takes. Here you are again. I sat well. I didn't sit in this. My seats weren't as comfortable as these. It was another auditorium. So thank you very much, Mr. Paterno. You waited until I left to get the comfy seats. But nonetheless, thank you for coming, and thank you for your support of these great young people. So here we go, That Old Black Magic. Thank you very much, the William Patterson Jazz Orchestra. Thank you.
On behalf of all of us, thank you for joining us here tonight. Thank you for giving up the night to inspire us. We enjoyed listening to you. Congratulations to all our directors, musicians, and you for raising such wonderful children. You're the parents. Thank you very much. Have a safe ride. Thank you, folks.